was just a farm boy running a farm with my father, and we took in these fishermen, basically, as a part of our income, my mother's income. And this family came, and I saw this girl. The thing I noticed about her most of all was her hair, actually. It was really beautiful hair.
It wasn't white like that.
No, it's not like that. She got really beautiful hair, which I was quite impressed about. And well, we just met, really, out on the lawn. We talked whenever I could. And we had a tennis court, so we played tennis, and I showed off, of course. But that was it, basically, as far as, and then they'd gone. As far as I was concerned, they'd gone. A week later, I got a letter. I thought, a letter from a girl?
That was a bit of a flirt.
She was a bit of a flirt. And being polite, which what I am, I replied. Then the letter came back. So I replied. The letter came back, and I replied. And so they came back again.
And then about 2-3 years later, we went actually to live there.
It was seashore.
Yeah. So my dad had his fishing, and my mum had the seaside, and I had Barry. Well, I wasn't brought up in any sort of religious way at all. In fact, my grandma, they were Irish people, and she'd been in an orphanage from being very, very tiny with nuns, and they hadn't treated her very well. She had taught her children nothing to do with religion, and one of them, of course, was my dad. So I wasn't brought up with any religious feelings at all.
In my case, it was exactly the opposite, because my parents were strongly religious. They always went to church on Sunday. I, as a small boy, was taken to church. The odd thing was that they lived in one village but went to church in another, because we lived just between the two. And where there were some friends of my parents who went to Israel to get some water from the Jordan River to christen their baby. As they were friends of my parents, I also was able to use this. And to get to church, we had to walk down a track across fields to get there. And I hated this walk across fields, you know, and down to the road at the bottom, and going to church all the time. And as I got older, I got more and more resentful. You know, I objected more because you're a child, you do as your parents tell you, don't you? By the time I got to about 14, I'd made up my mind, I'm never going to set foot in the church ever again, as long as I live. Then, when we left the village and moved to the farm, my parents stopped going, oddly enough. And so, of course, I did. I was quite pleased to stop. And didn't go to church at all until 2 young men with badges knocked on the door.
They were so genuine and so nice. I was lonely, we just moved to Colchester, I didn't know anybody, so I just stood on the doorstep and talked to them. And then they said, could they come back and meet with Barry in the evening? I said, yes, of course you can, Barry, you won't want to know. But they did, and they came back, like I said earlier on, 7 months, every Saturday night they came.
The interesting thing, looking back on it, I really dug a pit for myself, because I worked hard at proving them wrong. And the more I tried to prove them wrong, the more I proved them right. And they always, which I found very frustrating, they always came back with an answer. Like, you've had 14 years going to church, you're bound to learn something, aren't you? Really, an understanding of the gospel. I had got an understanding. I tried not to, but it goes in, doesn't it, when you're a child. So, of course, I was ready to ask them questions. Say, why this, why that, why the other, to prove them wrong. But they always came back with an answer.
And in the end, they just really came to eat with us. But then 4 years later, after we had moved from Colchester, they came again. This time, because we'd had so many discussions, we decided we'd got to decide this time. And Barry was going to Amsterdam on business, and I was at home. So we decided while we're apart, it would be a good time to pray about it and think about it, where we wouldn't influence each other.
It had got to be yes or no at that time, because we'd had all this teaching. So we decided apart. We came to the same conclusion. And we were baptised in Chelmsford on May the 3rd, 1968. I would say thank you for hanging on and keeping going, because they taught us for a long, long, long time and didn't give up.